Bulldog Nation, you are now going to witness, watch, and listen to the best podcast in the league. Get set for a wild ride with From the Hill Podcast, featuring Wayne Cartwright, Damian Green, Tanarius Gooden, David Thomas, Jennifer Murray, and Corey Williams. Don't miss out. Subscribe now to From the Hill Podcast. It's time to turn up the excitement and make some noise.
Yo, what up, good people?
What up?
What's going on, Jay?
Living a dream.
Yeah. Hey, man, can y'all believe that we almost at the end of the year, man? It seemed like this joint just started.
It's crazy, man, that we have made it to the end of 2024 and almost at 2025. That's wild. They told us we weren't going to be able to do anything at Y2K and all the clocks was going to stop working. Here we are. Here we are 25 years later.
Yep. Who'd have thought it?
Right.
But y'all, hey, everybody this evening that's coming in, what up is, that's my boy right there, Israel Carey, man. I hope to meet you in person down there in Atlanta this weekend, man. What up, Leisha? Another faithful follower, Jay White. You know Jay White got to be in the house. You know that.
And he got to post his emojis, too.
Always. Yeah. What's up with you, boy? And then my boy, OJ. What up, man? So, y'all, everybody, make sure you hit that like button, okay? Like button is essential. And those that are going to watch that have not subscribed, make sure you do that, too. We getting close to that 1,000, y'all. We trying to get there. We moving there. Almost there. Yeah. What up, my boy, CJ? Yeah. And Miss yeah, man. We got people coming in, man. Y'all come on in, man. Get comfortable with us tonight because we're going to have a good time. So, yes. All right. So, we don't have any formal housekeeping tonight because, this is just the time where a lot of students are getting ready to, they finishing them exams. They getting ready to get on the road and head home for the holidays. And I'm sure that all of us right now, if you still working like we are, your mind is probably on the holidays too. So, right. But one thing that I do want to say before we get started, before we move forward, 150th anniversary. Make sure that if you have not done Jamal Ali's survey that was emailed to you, make sure you get that done. Check your spam folder too to make sure it didn't accidentally go to your spam folder. But make sure you do that survey. That's essential. And then also for the 150th, make sure that you begin to donate towards your $1,500 goal that we all have to help us raise $150 million by December 25th, 2025.
Hey, and also before we get too far ahead, a shout out to the women's basketball team. They defeated Lindenwood a couple days ago on the 7th Saturday. 61-58. I don't know if you've been keeping up with the women's lady with the Lady Bulldogs, but they have been winning a lot of out of conference games on the road, which is a big thing. Not something that we've done historically. So good job, ladies. Keep up the good work. And we are looking forward to SWAC play.
Yeah. And as you can see on the bottom of the screen, there's a few games that are coming up. Their next game for the ladies will be coming up against North Alabama. That'll be a week from today. So they're going to go down there to Florence. And then the men will be in action on Sunday at 2 p.m. taking on Chattanooga. And then Birmingham alums, they'll be down there on next week, Thursday, to take on UAB. All right. So that's everything that's going on in the neighborhood. So I kind of want to start tonight. I know people have been kind of just keeping up with a lot of the comings and goings with football. And, we're in the midst of our head coaching search at Alabama A&M. But I just wanted to just kind of show a little something about that. It ain't just at Alabama A&M that some folks are trying to hire some football coaches. Now, I'm gonna pop forward here. There's already one that's been filled. You see this gentleman right here, Sean Gibbs, returning himself back to North Carolina A&T, which is kind of funny that he's a North Carolina Central grad. But that's neither here nor there. But let's go back to the screen now. You can see the fabulous search that is going on of head coaches, and we knew that some of these were coming. And then there are a few that were like, what the hell? Like Valley.
I saw Valley alum that was like, what do y'all want from the coach? Because he hadn't done any worse than any others. I think he's actually just in spite of the record, I think the way he's played and the teams that he has beaten have been better than the previous other coaches. I don't think. Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt you, but like you can definitely see under his watch Valley trending upward, especially breaking FAMU's home winning streak is nothing to sneeze at. So so maybe it's some issues that we don't know about.
Well, here Jonathan
I
Barnett
was just about to say that
yeah.
I heard that him being let go had nothing to do with the football team. There was some kind of interview that he did. I'm not sure what interview it was, but some interview that he did, and I just saw this on social media, so it may not all be true. He said something about the administration, and that's what led to his dismissal.
Yeah, so he probably
said allegedly.
Allegedly,
allegedly, he said the magic words that led to his dismissal.
Yeah.
Well,
you always got to say sources stated or allegedly, because we don't about to get jammed up in nobody's courtroom.
Right.
Listen,
right.
Just Dave from From the Hill podcast said.
Right.
Hey, but the one up top though, Big Worm, Dawson Odoms. That there's been still a lot of news and still like some traction that it could be possibly Michael Vick getting hired for that role. Now, they have met with his representation and him, right? They have met with him, and there were questions about did he have a college degree? He actually has a degree in sociology. So,
hey, since we're talking about that Michael Vick thing, put in the comments and we'll come in as well. What rumors of coaching hires or somebody that's close have you guys heard, even with us? So fire off. Like what have you heard, David, about any job opening that's up there, including the greatest institution of higher learning, Alabama A&M?
Okay, so I definitely heard about Michael Vick at Norfolk. There were two I heard at Prairie View. I actually heard Odom's interviewed at Prairie View, and there was one other coach. I can't remember. I can't remember his name. I was just looking at the other day. So two.
Teddy Keaton and Tremaine Jackson.
Yes, Keaton. Yeah, there you go, Keaton. That's all that I've heard for those schools. For us, of course, we all know the names that's been thrown out there, right? Sam Shade names been out there a lot of times that everybody want to see. Some people have even said, Ed Reed over to us. But I know that a lot of people they're not fans of Ed Reed or us even having a celebrity type of hire. So those are the only two that I heard. Haven't heard anything about anybody else.
Yeah. So for me, I've heard that because Tremaine Jackson, for those that don't know, Tremaine Jackson is the head coach of Valdosta State. He's kind of busy this weekend. They're in the semifinals of Division II playoffs against Minnesota State. But the word is that Tremaine Jackson is their top choice, and they're waiting for his season to end to formally talk to him. So
for Prairie View, right?
For Prairie View, that is the word that Tremaine Jackson is one of their top choices, and that is from a verified source that I have. As far as Delaware State goes, Delaware State they got a lot of problems. not only did they fire the head coach, the athletic director also that fired him also left too.
Wow.
And they got facility issues, they got funding issues, and that program, they only won 2 games in the 2 years that he was the head coach. So
Well,
yeah.
I would say God bless.
I kind of want to go back to Valley, because who does Valley get now? Do they promote somebody from within? And I promise y'all, this is no shade to Valley or anything like that, but who's going to look to go to Valley?
Man,
I mean,
and
okay,
that's
so we
kind
know
of
they just got
crazy.
the new turf, right? They got the scoreboard, but everybody knows Valley's resources are very tight, very small to non-existent. So when you're looking at somebody to elevate a program, resources are, a big part of that. We're not saying you got to have, PWI or anything like that, but you need the resources to effectively do your job. And that has been the narrative for all the coaches, at Valley. Valley just doesn't have it to, I guess, be able to compete within the rest of the conference. So you let Kendrick Wade go. So who else comes in?
That's a real good question, man, because on my other show Sunday night, they were talking about they really messed this up firing Kendrick Wade, because they were getting ready to sign 15. You heard that, Dave, and they were getting ready to sign 15 recruits, and 2 of them were 3 stars.
Yeah.
And instead of again, allegedly, we don't know what Kendrick Wade did, but I'm gonna say though, they was right there on the doorstep to getting a lot of really good reinforcements to come. I mean, you saw the receiver Nathan Rembert was first team all SWAC, 1,000-yard receiver.
1,000 yards, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You saw the quarterback Jatarian Williams start to do some things, right? They didn't have any defense, but you saw they had some offense.
Has that dude left yet? That 1,000-yard running back or receiver, whatever he was, because he did everything.
You talking about Rembert that I was just talking about?
Yeah, is he a senior?
He's a junior. He still has another year eligibility.
Go and get in the portal, my boy. Hey, I can do that because I'm not part of the athletics. So go and get the portal, boy. I'm sure somebody will pick you up.
Yeah, he said Wade challenged Valley's commitment to being a good football pro. Yeah, he did. He did. He definitely did.
Hey, I mean, and that's fair. If I mean to cut you off, T, but
it's cool.
if that was in fact happened, he took it upon himself to have that real conversation. Like, hey, if y'all want this program to be this way, or you want this program to head in this direction, this is what you have to do. Now, if he said that behind closed doors, or if he said that during the interview, then that's a different story. But all in all, it's still facts. It's no different than them having a conversation with him about the performance of the players and the record. Those two will go hand in hand.
Right. And I do know that the same names that y'all heard for us of Tremaine Jackson and Rashad Watson, and hey, somebody even said Cadillac Williams.
Right.
Somebody even said the other day Snoop Dogg for head coach. He's coached a bunch of those teams out there. But I can say this though. People that have expressed interest in Alabama A&M would be Odoms, Keaton, and what's the coach from Valdosta State?
Tremaine Jackson.
Yeah, Tremaine Jackson. So that is him. So I think those people have expressed interest to come on the Hill. So just by those 3 names, what do you guys think about that?
Man, I like Tremaine Jackson for real, because Valdosta State, man, they have a rich tradition, and he's been really good with them. They're 12-0, man, and you could tell a guy who succeeded on that level. I think that he's worth a shot to step up, man. I definitely believe that. It kind of is, and I'm gonna pull this down for a second because I want to just kind of skip to something here. It kind of brings up this question right here when we talk about coaches. Retread or recycled coaches. Because when you talk about Tremaine Jackson, you know, he definitely does not fit that bill, in my opinion. And this is why I'm so like what Brand said, I'm so tired of seeing McNair name with A&M. Exactly. Because my thing is that I want to see guys, and you guys, you can tune in, you can chime in on this too. And also everybody in the comments, put your thoughts on this too. My thoughts about recycled or retreads is that in this day and age, 2024 heading into 2025, you got transfer portal, you got settlement issues, you got NIL, you got all these different situations, balancing budgets, you got all these different things that goes beyond just coaching. And I think what comes with this is you need someone that has fresh ideas and has fresh insight and also has the ability to bring in a staff that has the same kind of vision as well. So that's just kind of my thoughts on this. I don't know what you guys think.
I totally agree, Wayne. I try to tell people to think about it this way. Think about being in your job. I'm 40 years old. All of us are in our 40s, right? And every time a position opens, all they do is get Grady, you know, from accounting to be the next. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like every time, like they could get like as a young professional, it could kind of get discouraging, you know.
Yeah.
Like let me show my ideas. You know, one day we gonna be Grady from the back, in the back. So you know what I'm saying. But hopefully I'm at the point where I just want to sit back and relax and enjoy some iced tea. But what do y'all think about Dr. Alvin Parker out of Virginia Union? He's that's my first time seeing a coach as a doctor. I'm not gonna lie to you, which is impressive.
You know, what's that? Dr. Hill Ely, he had his doctorate. That was former coach at Alabama State. So this might be my second time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Dr. Parker, they've kind of also affiliated his name with if the Michael Vick thing didn't happen, they affiliated his name with Norfolk State because he's local to there. So, but Dr. Alvin Parker, another really solid coach too, man.
Right.
But go ahead.
No, I was just gonna piggyback off of what Wayne said, because those are the things that, you know, when we had AD Bryant on, those were the things that he kind of, you know, alluded to that he wanted to see from the next coach. And then the biggest thing being, can you connect with the alumni to, you know, expressing them things you need for the program? And so when we're looking at the coaches, I know that some of these coaches, you know, turned around programs in 2 years, you know, in a very short time, and everybody's saying they can do that same exact thing on the hill. But the other parts of it that we're looking for, can they do that? Do they have a history of doing that? The fundraising, the connecting with the alumni, or if they come in and turn the program around, will all those things just automatically happen?
Yeah, I like this question.
I was just about to say that, Wayne. Go ahead and put it out there.
Yeah, I like this question right here. Will Bulldog Nation be comfortable we hire a non-African head coach? Well, listen,
that's the question.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. If DT was here, DT would be blowing the whistle for Brian Bohannon, who used to be the head coach of Kennesaw State.
Right.
Also, a gentleman that folks in North Alabama might know very well, Will Hall, used to be the quarterback of North Alabama and also was a head coach of North Alabama. You know, so and then Nick
Saban.
Yep. Nick Saban, yeah. But Jay Hobson did that thing down there at Alcorn.
Yeah, Alcorn.
I mean,
right.
Look here, man. I'm
I don't care what color he
CJ
is.
said, man, he could be orange.
Exactly.
On Twitter, I said I wanted Bill Belichick, and everyone laughed at me. So I mean, why not?
Hey, as they should have.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the saying? If you shoot,
all you can do is ask, right, Jen? I said all you can do is ask, right?
Listen, I mean, what's the statement? If you shoot for the moon, you may land between the stars. It didn't hurt. Why not?
Hey.
I wouldn't have a problem with that either, man. But you know, some people would, you know, but I wouldn't have a problem with it. I just want to win. You know, I want to win. I want to win consistently. I don't want to recruit consistently. You know, the college game is different now. Right. It's very different. So you have to be able to deal with the young generation that we deal with and their parents. It's not like it used to be, man. So you need whoever that person may be, man. I just want them. I don't want them to go anywhere else.
He said it's the seasoned saints that would have a fit. Yeah, you're
Don't
the
you love
peanut
the
gallery.
The Winsu committee.
Yeah, right. But you know what? When y'all talk about winning, though, this is the places that are looking to fill positions. So North Carolina A&T, they're in this list. But you look at Mississippi Valley State, boy. I think some folks that had kids. Look, my oldest was born in 08, man.
Oh, they said the last winning season. So the last year they had
last time
seasons.
these places had winning seasons. 06 for Valley State, boy.
In 2006, that was it my third year I was a sophomore or the second year? But anyway, that's how long it's been since Valley had a winning season.
Yeah,
wow.
06, man.
Yeah, I graduated from undergrad in 06. So yeah, long time ago.
It's been a minute, man. And then Norfolk State, they had 2011, but they did some NCAA violations. So that got stripped away. So they had 07. But then you look at 2012, man. Elizabeth City State, man, Delaware State. I'm like, man, it's been a minute, boy. Been a minute.
CJ just dropped a good Valley beat us in 06, the year we won the SWAC. So
sure was. We won that SWAC in 06.
We did win SWAC that year.
Yep. That's crazy, man. 2006, boy. Sometimes, man, when you see that 2006, you may just want to just go ahead on and make plans for the SIAC.
And the young kid, another conversation about Valley. Should Valley drop down?
Yeah,
speaking of 2006, just random, has nothing to do with football. If you were born in 1984, like I was, the young kids are calling it the 1900s now. I'm like, what? That's diabolical.
Edwin Moore.
Yeah, I was definitely born in 84.
Yeah, I was born in 84. Wow.
He said, man, Valley would get drug in the SIAC.
Yo, please leave Valley alone. Oh my goodness. Leave him alone.
All right. So we'll get off that. But yeah, so everybody just keep an eye on everything that's happening with the coaching front.
Hey, right? This year, Wayne, I'm just trying to remember your graphic. I think we were you had us as a winning season. I think we hit 500.
Yeah, 6-6. That's a winning. That's a winning record.
It ain't losing and it ain't winning. It's mediocre.
Right. And look, and even Shaw University got 6-6. So, hey, it is what it is, man. But we the Valley, whew, man. I believe Norfolk State, I believe their time is coming. But Valley, Delaware State, Elizabeth City State, y'all gonna be waiting a little while longer, boy. All right.
Hey,
so
before we jump on, one thing I do want to say as well, since we're talking about football, is I was glad to see that Duke Miller and Mr. Quart Brown did put on social media that they will be Bulldogs again next year, which is encouraging.
Oh, yeah.
Duke Miller was out because he injured himself early in the season. We seen Quart Brown. I think he was the better passer of the quarterbacks that we did play this year. Of course, nobody's perfect. There's some things that I'm pretty sure that he knows that he could get better at, but I'm glad to see that he and Duke Miller said that they will be back next year.
That's
yeah,
what's up.
Out too.
That's what's up. All right. So the next part of the show, and everybody has probably seen this, but if you haven't seen it, here we go.
As you for a conference schedule, I think you have to be careful with playing this many Power 5 games because there's a thing called confidence, right? And losses like this can kill SWAC kids' confidence. I'm not as experienced as, let's say, Carlos Funches down there, at Southern. They're going to schedule out of the 11 non-conference games, 10 of those games are going to be Power 5 conferences, and they're going to go give $40,000 a piece, but their kids are used to that. I'm the only team in the league that didn't go get other SWAC players. And so for my kids, a majority of my team came from the Sun Belt. And so these kids are like, well, wait a minute, and so right now it's just a matter of not killing their confidence so that we're prepared for SWAC play and we don't lose our first 2 games in the league because we're so used to getting our butts kicked in the non-conference. So nothing about this prepares you for SWAC play. It sounds good to say, but these are money games. We play these games to get the money so we can survive in our league. That is it. That is all. It's not because I would rather not ever play LSU again, but they paid us good money to come here and take a loss. And so, yeah, unfortunately, with the dynamics and the situation that we're in financially, we have to play these type of games to just be able to survive, to be able to make it to our conference games. So, no, nobody is going to sit at a press conference and tell you these were moral victories. That's not real life. As much as Kim Mulkey is a competitor, as am I, right? I play high-level basketball. I played at the University of Louisville, which we'll play in a couple of days. I know what high-major basketball looks like. And nothing about that is saying that I want to go and play Grambling and just beat the snot out of them. That doesn't help them for league play, and us getting the snot beat out of us does not help us for league play.
Ooh-wee. Well, so let's chop it up, everybody. And I know everybody in the comments, if you hadn't seen it, that was your first view. And if you have seen it, hey, let's talk about it, man. We going from all sides with it. Who want to go first? Jump in it.
I'll go first.
Go ahead, Jay.
I understand her frustration. As far as I don't understand because I'm not a coach, but I see what she was saying, and it was almost I'm a jog Bulldogs memory. Do y'all remember when Coach Maynard was saying, "I get paid to win SWAC games"?
Yeah.
What people failed to remember about that is that's when we had that really hard slate. It was like a SEC team. It was what was it? Vanderbilt, Troy,
UAB.
UAB.
It was the year before.
Yeah, it was like 3 FBS schools in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and then I think was Austin P in that lineup too, if I'm not mistaken.
That was the year before. So it was Vanderbilt, Troy, UAB, and then we had the cupcake game for the Louis Cruz.
Okay, yeah. So it was a lot, and so even though I didn't necessarily may have not agreed with that statement, I understood the frustration of, dang, we got a gauntlet. So going to her statement, while I understand her frustration, I didn't like her bringing in Southern. That felt a little shady, just a little snarky a little bit. And, even though, yes, you may not have a team full of SWAC people, you still got people on your team from mid-majors, and they play money games too. So I think while you are frustrated, I think it could have been said a little differently. But again, not my circus, so I can't, judge her feelings. But I do think that, like in our case, we're playing those mid-majors and getting those wins. Again, I think that would boost confidence if you do beat those big programs. I'm going to jog everyone's memory, and I know Israel remembers this. Y'all remember when Jackson State went to the NCAA tournament and they faced LSU? I was at that game, and Jackson State had LSU on the ropes. It wasn't until maybe like the last 5 minutes where LSU, came back and established a lead, but the energy in that dome was amazing. And so, we always rooting for JSU. Yeah, Israel, I know you remember. We were there. I was hoarse, hooting and hollering like it was my school. So I just think winning those big programs, I think it does amazing for confidence for the team. And it gets your school's I'm just kind of on the fence with it. Like, yes, I see the frustration. At the same time, I do think in basketball, playing and challenging those big programs, it does just wonders for your program.
So here's my take on it. Now, I know basketball and football are two different sports, obviously. But let's take this year as an example. We went down to Auburn and got beat 73-3, right?
Yep.
We got a good check out of it, but competitively, it didn't do anything for us, and it didn't do anything for Auburn. Auburn scored 73 points, but we see how their season worked out. And it didn't get us ready for SWAC play because we still lost to teams that we lost to when we weren't getting ready for SWAC play. So let's go back to basketball. In 2016, I'm talking about the men's. The men's team went 2-27.
Mm-hmm.
In 2017-18, we improved. We won 3 games. We won 3-28. So you know what we were doing that whole time from October to December?
We was preparing for the SWAC.
You see I'm going here?
Yeah.
Like, so there's nothing wrong with what she said. People are getting caught up because she did the comparison of where she used to play based on where she at now. I don't think she was saying being mean spirited, but if we are totally honest, it's the truth. Even example, I don't think we get anything out of playing Oakwood. We don't get anything without being Oakwood by 40 points. The reason we do play that though is because it's around the corner, and you know it's good to play the team around the corner. I mean, that's what I think about it. And also, yes, we do play those games to get a check. We know that. You know why? It's because kind of what Dr. Brian talked about. Donations. When you don't have the alumni donating, giving to athletics in the school, you have to go chase that check. And we know there's a total talent level difference. We can't act like it does not exist. Mm-hmm. It's there. We see it. And it just is with it. Just like there's a difference between Alabama. Like we play Alabama at home. I think it was good for our team. We didn't play them too bad. But also, like I said, we didn't get anything out about being the men didn't get anything out without being the snot out. Oh, like, what do we gain from that? You know, but
right.
The city champs, what does that mean? You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, I get what she was saying. A lot of people don't like how she said it, but I think what she said did make sense. And kind of addressing what you said, Jay, I think she brought Southern up because she's Grambling is down the street. I mean, yeah, I think that's why. Because I don't think she was trying to shade them. This is just my opinion. I just think if you're thinking like, hey, Southern's in the state, why not? I know more, just like we know a lot about Alabama State because they're in state. I think she kind of used Southern.
Yeah, and I hear what you're saying, my brother, right here. He said, was that interview after a loss? Coaches can be emotional after a loss. Yeah, that's very factual. But I'm gonna say it like this, man. I ran, most of y'all know I ran track at Alabama, and I ran track and cross country. And a lot of times we would go to some of these meets on the weekends at some of these SEC schools. And sometimes to get us in the meet, you know, there might have to be a few times kind of, you know, tweaked in the entries, you know, just a little bit. So a couple times I found myself in the fast heat of the mile. And I'm like looking at guys who've, you know, had the capability of breaking 4 minutes in the mile. And I'm sitting up here like 15 seconds slower than these guys. And I would look at the times and I'd say, wow, okay. And see the heat and be like, man, well, no, I'm about to get my ass whooped today. You know what I'm saying? You know, it come with the territory. Now, to her point, does it make you better? Does it make a person feel better? Does it make them feel any encouraged, or does it make them feel discouraged that they getting the ass whooping? You know what I'm saying? And that is essentially what we're saying. Is it
I still
okay to
believe.
get a check? Is it okay to get a check to get an ass whooping?
I
But
don't think.
sometimes,
Go ahead, Lynn. I'm
sometimes
sorry.
sometimes to get an ass whooping, no, you can't be afraid to take an ass whooping. Go ahead, D. Go ahead, Dave.
Go ahead, Dave.
I
Sorry.
was just going to say that would depend on the coach and the player, in my opinion. Right. So we definitely heard coaches say that. Even Maynard has said as well that when they play these other schools, okay, yeah, we know we're gonna get our butts whooped, right? And we know we're gonna get a check, right? But what can we take from playing these teams, and apply it to the season? It may not make us dominate the season, but some of these coaches do feel that playing these upper level teams that we can bring something or learn something from that and apply it to our own team. So I think it would depend on the coach. Also, when you talk about the players, we've heard players say they enjoy playing these top schools because they want to see how they measure up against those teams. And sometimes that goes into the coach's decision to play those games.
Yeah,
so I
and
think it depends on, who you're asking. Fans, of course, we hate to see it because
yeah,
we get
and you can learn a lot of things when you go play at some of these schools. Like in basketball, this is the theme of what we're talking about right here. In basketball, it's like this. I see a lot. We all see it when some of our schools they play on the road. Here, I was talking about it with the Southern folks when they played at Texas A&M a few weeks ago, and they were leading at the half, and everybody makes the post. We're so excited at the half, and then some of us we just think like, well, it's just a matter of time. And I go, first thing I do is I go look at the stats when I see the lead, and I'm like, oh, Texas A&M was shooting 29% in the first half, and I was like, okay, now here's some of the things that you can learn when you do play some of these teams. These teams make these adjustments like on the fly, and certain things that they can do where they have videographers and video staff where they've got footage already in the locker room. When you get in the locker room and they say, you see him right here, he went right 6 times in a row on this move. You see that back screen, and they immediately can make those adjustments. And some of the things that you can learn when you go play at these places, you can learn what it's like to play in a big environment. You can learn what it's like when you see these coaches and these coaching staffs at the sizes that they have. Also, what do the passionate fans there look like in comparison to ours? So sometimes it's not a bad thing. And then the last point I'll make here is we got to also look at it in this sense. I just looked up like Richmond, the Richmond Spiders. They play in the Atlantic 10 Conference. They went and they played Auburn a few days ago. Now, Auburn's ranked number 2. Auburn beat these boys 98-54. Okay. Now, Richmond Spiders, Atlantic 10, that's one of the upper levels of mid-major conferences in college basketball. It's not along the lines of the SWAC or the MEAC or the Northeast Conference. So it's not just our teams that get they behind smacked around when they go play at some of these places. And it's also not some of our teams that's out here getting checks either. These other leagues are getting checks too. Right. So we need to remember that it's not just us. So yeah.
Yeah, and I was about to say, like, when you pointed to the fact that you learned something. Yeah, we got beat 73-3 Auburn. I was there. But I learned a lot. I learned how a team can be horrible and their fans still cheer for them. Like,
yes.
Like, it was a guy, literally, he was talking to Corey and I, like, when we were in the press box. He said, we won 73-3, but our quarterback is horrible. And after his quarterback had played and threw yards against us, because come next week when they play California, guess what? What he said was true.
Yep, Cal beat him.
Right. That goes back again, like, it like you learn a lot. Like you learn about the atmosphere. You learn how things could go in operational standpoint because it worked well. I mean, from when that clock starts, when you walk in the stadium, you know exactly what's going to happen. They do it right on time because it's the game experience. So you can learn that from them, but you also, again, like, again, that we can move on. It didn't make Auburn better this year, and it didn't make us better because you can see the record shows that.
Well, I do want to piggyback off and I kind of want to reiterate this. What I liked about that experience was the synchronized pom poms. Like, I think Jordan Hare's like what 90,000 people. Just
87.
87. Just imagine when they said everyone wears orange. Literally, everyone had on orange.
Everybody.
Like when they said when it was get up for the third down or whatever, those pom poms like everybody was flicking their wrists together. So like that unity and energy, I was just like, man, it was really something to see. And those Eagles are really big. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Really.
This is kind of like the equivalent of when you get a chance to go stay at a 5-star hotel or you go on that cruise and it's like, man, this is awesome. Man, this is a whole nother world. Like, man, look at how nice their field. Look how their grass looks. Like, just look at the stadium. Look how full it is. Listen to how loud it is. You know what I'm saying? And it gives you a chance to say just for a little while, this is what it's like to be in a Power 5 environment.
Hey, Wayne, it's not a home side and a visit side either. The entire stadium belongs to Auburn.
Right.
And here's your little section visited by your band. Make it work.
Look, Texas, you gonna see it. You're gonna see it in a couple weeks when Clemson play them in the playoff. They'll have Clemson band way up in this little section, way up at the top. To where you could barely hear the band play a few notes. But yeah, man, it's some good stuff though. It's some good stuff. I mean, it's a good thing to think about. She was in her feelings, I would say, but I do see the points on both sides. And you're talking about the confidence of your players, but as a head coach, that's where you get paid the big bucks.
Exactly. Because I guarantee you. Some coaches will probably flip that experience from, what she said.
Yep.
And then like I enjoy, when especially we see it on the SWAC level, and of course sometimes in the MEAC as well, when our quote unquote smaller programs beat these big teams. I remember what was I'm gonna say it was Texas Southern, they beat Michigan State. I think my whole Facebook timeline exploded, like everyone was happy for them. So I hate the kind of the feeling that dang, we're getting paid to get our butts kicked, but it's like when we do climb that mountain, I just enjoy celebrating us defeating those bigger programs.
Yep. He right though. He right about that. These jokers, man, they'll be 0-12 in the non-conference, and then end up struggling out the gate, get the 8 seed, and still win the SWAC tournament.
We saw it. We saw it right here in Birmingham. They came in like Texas Southern. I don't know what it is about them in the SWAC tournament. They turned into transformers.
Shoot, Johnny Jones, man, that dude know what he doing.
Hey,
going back dunking, it's just you like what in the world?
Going back to what my Petaway Life said, he said it gets them game film. I always like to look up stuff. The last year Robert Masters played for A&M was 2002, right?
Yeah.
Yes. He didn't need
2005, 05.
2005.
Yeah, it was 05.
No. I never saw Robert Masters play. And I got here in 03.
Wait a minute. No. You're right. 2002.
Yeah. So I mean, that's not what we used to do back in the early 2000s. We didn't play that. It doesn't. If they're good, if you're good, they will find you. You don't have to put on film versus a top tier school. The only school we played that was probably not somebody we played. We lost to Jacksonville State in 02. But everybody else we played that year were HBCU schools. So if you're good, they'll find you, no matter who you play.
And he was a 5th round pick. So
correct.
But yeah, man, that's some good stuff. So, all right, let's transition on now into our game picks, y'all. Everybody, let's have it. Let's see what you got in the comments, y'all, because we got some games. Now, we're going to pick a few. We're going to pick this game. We're going to pick a few of the bowl games, and we're going to pick the first round of the CFP. All right? So, first and foremost, let's start with Saturday. America's game being played there in Baltimore this year. Baltimore. So you've got no, actually, sorry, I said it wrong. They're being played where the I almost said it wrong too, where the Washington Commanders play. I almost said the other word,
Right.
where the Washington Commanders play. So Navy 9-3 or 8-3, 8-3 against a 11-1 Army. Army just won the American Championship. Both teams are headed to bowls, but you know, they don't care about no other game except this game. All right. T Gooden, who you got, brother?
Man, go Army beat Navy all day. Like, I don't think it's even close this year.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jay.
This hurts because, like, every time we do this, I brag. I have a set of twin uncles, and they both served in the Navy. So, you know, I'm from a Navy family.
Yeah.
But huh?
Oh, you didn't? I thought you made your pick. Go ahead.
No, that ain't my pick. I love the midshipmen, but I don't think it's gonna happen this year. Army over Navy.
All right, Dave.
Yeah, my brother was in the Navy, Gen, so I know what you're feeling right now, but I got to go with the Army.
I don't like picking against Navy, but I just don't see it.
Look here, my dad was in the Navy, but man, nah, bro, too much Bryson Daly, man. That quarterback, shoot, Daly, he's the truth, y'all. I got Army, man, and I like Army to take these boys down. But the thing I love about this game, I like the pageantry. I like how they walk in. I also like how the loser sings first. You always want to sing second, but you know they got them jerseys, man, and them helmets.
Right.
Them custom made for this game, boy. They always representing the unit. So this will be awesome.
And hopefully it's cold. I like
Sometimes you have to abandon ship.
It's still go midshipman over here for me.
Yeah, I got Army. All right. I'm gonna tap myself on the back because I picked them Ohio Wildcats to win the MAC. They just won. They won their first MAC title. Y'all ready for this? First MAC title that Ohio won since 1968.
That's insane.
Yep, 1968. So you see there, Valley? There's hope for you soon yet. All right. They're going to take on Jacksonville State. Now, the question here is, will Rich Rodriguez still be the head coach by the time this game goes on? Because he's been interviewing with West Virginia, who y'all know he used to coach. But assuming Rich Rod is there, just Dave, who you got?
I'm going to roll with Ohio.
All right. Jake?
I'm going with the Gamecocks.
T?
I'm going with the 256, man. Right down 431. You can run into that sign that says Jacksonville that way. So I'm going with Jacksonville State.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bobcats. I'm going with Ohio U Bobcats. Oh, even though Ohio U's head coach just left to take the job at Charlotte, but the people are still there.
Is he not going to coach?
No, he's not coaching. He's already headed to Charlotte.
I just don't like when they do that, man. But that's a different time.
I feel like you could coach and then.
Yeah, I mean, you're not missing that much, that your assistants can't handle. But whatever.
They say you don't need to work for 2 weeks. We'll let you go today.
This is the Gasparilla Bowl in Tampa.
Gasparilla.
Gasparilla. You got Tulane with speaking of Alabama, Troy former head coach John Summerall, and then Billy Napier got these boys to bounce back. They were getting ready to fire him. Now they finished 7-5, and he's alive and well. All right, T Gooden, who you got?
Man, I'm going Florida. Despite how they started at the beginning of the year, they turned into a hot team at the mid and end of the year. I think that fire still goes, so I'm going to go with the Florida Gators.
All right. Jen.
Florida.
And Dave.
Give me those Gators.
That's all I got to say on that one.
Right.
Now,
Okay. This is the ReliaQuest Bowl on New Year's Eve down there in Tampa.
Yes, sir.
Same stadium. Same stadium as the last one. Dave.
I'll go with the Roll Tide.
And then Jen and T and myself, I'm gonna just go ahead and quote Nick Saban. Do I even have to ask the question?
Right. You don't. Glad you know.
Long as you know.
But I will say this though, Wayne. Other than last year, Alabama has historically lost. Like when they don't play for a championship, they don't play up to what they're supposed to. So they could go lay an egg, and I wouldn't be shocked. But I'm not thinking they do that this year. I think they want to go blow them out. They want to show like we should have been there, and we'll get to the other game later with SMU. But yeah, I think Alabama, of course.
I hope they beat these boys by 80. She said, dang, we really in the mediocre bowl.
Hey, sad times, man, because you can't even typically, if the playoffs wouldn't change to 12 teams, Alabama would be in a New Year's 6 bowl. But now those bowl games are taking up that second round, so you can't get one of those bowls now.
Yeah, the ReliaQuest Bowl.
Right. What is that? When I saw that, I said, what the hell is that?
Outback Bowl.
Used to be the Outback Bowl, yeah. All right. Hey, I like this one. The Alamo Bowl. Alamo Bowl down there in San Antonio. And everybody's going to play in this game. Coach Prime said all my dogs are playing. We all
were happy they got that.
Everybody playing it. Prime said ain't nobody sitting it out.
Ain't nobody sitting out. So you got a 10-2 BYU, the Fighting Mormons, against the Buffaloes who were 9-3.
I don't think they call it the Fighting Mormons.
The Fighting Mormons. And guess what? Their quarterback, Jake Retzloff, one of only 3 Jewish students on the BYU campus. They actually call him the BY Jew.
Wow.
So
can we say? I don't think we can say that.
That's what they call. No, that's what they call him.
They call him. We didn't call him that.
I didn't call him that. I'm just saying that's what people call him, the BY Jew.
Right.
All right. So look at Iz. Look at Iz. He like,
Come on. Iz, say something, man. You know, it's been
look. He even said the Mormons.
Y'all finna get us put off air.
Yeah, they forget the live spot from YouTube.
There he said, go Shador, Travis, and Shiloh. Hey, come on, man. What you mean, Lord?
Listen, let's go and get these picks.
All right, Dave. Who you got? Go ahead, T. Go ahead, T.
Man, do I think Colorado is better than they were last year? Obviously. However, BYU's been playing good football. It's not going to be like a walk in the park. So I'm going to go with BYU by 3 points, 24-21.
All right, Jay?
I'm going with Colorado. I think the way, a lot of times in bowl season, you see a lot of opt-outs. Coach Prime said nobody's opting out. So I really think he's been lighting the fire up under their tail in his preparation. So I think it's going to be Colorado.
Dave?
Yeah, I'm going with Colorado also.
Yeah, I got Colorado in a shootout. I think this thing going to be the first to 45. And I think it might be one of them type of games. Going to be close. But if you talking about any game that's not, any bowl game that's not a CFP game that you should watch, this is the one that you can watch because everybody playing. All right, now we get into the CFP. Battle of Indiana.
Battle of Indiana. This is like the worst setup ever.
I get sick of. I just wish that Indiana didn't make it because Indiana beat nobody. They didn't beat anybody, any ranked teams all year, but yet here they are with the 10 seed taking on 7 seed Notre Dame in Notre Dame Stadium. This is the first game on a Friday night. So, Dave, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Indiana for obvious reasons.
This is not J5.
You are such a Kappa. Oh my goodness.
Right.
Go ahead, Jen.
Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna go with Notre Dame because they coach fine.
All right, T.
Hey, but hold on, D-Lob 2010, and I've seen this stupid song on YouTube. If y'all get a chance when you stop watching this on YouTube, go YouTube Indie Animal. It's one of the stupidest songs ever. It's a rap group from Indiana named they call themselves Indie Animals. But anyway,
damn, that can make it up, T.
Look it up. You're gonna crack up. But I'm gonna go with Notre Dame, man, for the win.
Yeah, I got Notre Dame big, man. I think they're gonna put it on these boys. It's gonna be nice and cold on a Friday night, but I think Notre Dame gonna put it to these boys. They're really good, man. All right, another game in the CFP. The Ponies, man. Hey, that was a heck of a game towards the end, though, against Clemson in the ACC. And surprisingly, Penn State, man, they battled against Oregon. But this game's gonna be in Happy Valley. This is the first game on Saturday the 21st. All right, T, who you got?
At this point, I'm a SMU hater for obvious reasons. So I'm gonna go with the Nittany Lions. SMU, I really do think, though, of course they came back, but we all know Clemson is not really a good team either. They lucked up and got to the ACC championship game based on somebody else losing or winning. I think was it Syracuse beat Miami or Miami beat Syracuse?
Syracuse beat Miami.
Yeah, Syracuse beat Miami. So that's how SMU got there. So people felt sorry for them. They came back. They lost, but they came back. I'm going with the Nittany Lions, though, man. Joe Pa. I know not Joe Pa, but I'm saying I'm just wanted to say Joe Pa.
All right, Jen.
So Penn State, SMU has to go into Happy Valley, and they're doing their infamous whiteout.
They're doing a whiteout?
They doing a whiteout.
Not at 12 noon.
They're not doing a whiteout at 12 noon?
It's at 12 noon. Now, they'll probably wear all white, but it ain't going to be the night whiteout.
Oh, okay.
It's
going to be all white, though.
That song going to be hitting all them shirts.
Right.
With that being said, Penn State by a lot.
All right, Dave.
Penn State. I was actually looking up that song.
Yeah,
Indiana.
Yeah, I'm going Penn State here, but I think SMU's gonna play well in this game because they're gonna really want to prove a lot of folks wrong that said that they ain't belong in it. I don't think that they belonged, but it is what it is. They're here. Penn State. And also, like what'd he say? James Franklin better not lose this one. Yeah, you done finally got in the playoff now. You better not lose this.
Correct.
All right. Speaking of Clemson, taking on Texas, down there in Texas. T. Gooden, I think I already know where you going.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Coach Sark and Mrs. Coach Sark for the win.
All right, Jen.
Coach Sarkisian had the knowledge to get him an HBCU woman, so he's always gonna root for him anytime they don't play Alabama. So I think they're gonna be able to put Bevo in the game by halftime. They finna tear Clemson up.
All right, Dave.
Yeah, going with Texas.
Yeah, hook 'em horns, man. Hook 'em horns. Tough loss against Georgia. That was a good game, but hook 'em horns. They getting this one. Man. Night game here in my city. Tennessee Volunteers against Ohio State. Dave.
Let's go, Wayne. Let's go Ohio State.
All right, Jen.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be Rocky Top.
All right, T.
I'm gonna remove my SEC bias and not pick Tennessee, just simply because did they beat Did they beat my team this year too?
They did.
Yeah, go Ohio State. Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, let's go Ohio State. What is it? Go Buckeyes.
Yeah, go
What
Bucks.
color we wearing? What color are we wearing for this game? Because I'm wearing it too.
It's gonna be the scarlet jerseys, man.
I'm wearing me a scarlet jersey. Let's go Buckeyes.
Y'all already know who I'm picking. I live in Ohio. I work there, but in the words of, I like that video. It said, I hate Tennessee. You know, they got that orange, but it's like that throw up orange.
Right.
Yeah. He's like, I dislike Auburn, but I hate Tennessee.
How old is that video?
Right.
That video came out in when we were at A&M.
Wow.
Yeah, it's about 20 years old for real.
It's on the VHS tape.
That thing never gets old though. I hate Tennessee.
Right.
All right. Here we go. Celebration Bowl. Me and Jen, we're gonna be in the house for this one. Looking forward to it. This will be my first time at the Celebration Bowl. And what a matchup we have. South Carolina State Bulldogs 9-2. Jackson State 11-2. Both ran the table in their leagues. High noon Saturday Eastern happening in Atlanta. Dave, who do you got?
JSU.
All right. Jen.
So I'm always pro SWAC. I'm gonna go for the SWAC team. I saw the South Carolina State game when they played NCCU, and it was very eye-opening. Now, I'm going to vote with my heart, and I am still going to root for the SWAC. I'm going to root for the SWAC. It is what it is. So I'm going with those Tigers from Jackson, Mississippi.
T.
All right. So there's only one school that has beat South Carolina State twice in the same year. So I always bring that up. I think we're the last SWAC school to beat South Carolina State, Alabama A&M. So we did beat them twice in that year. We played in that spring season. We played in that fall season. We beat them. Also, I forgot about this. They've also thrown Coach Berry in the hat as a potential Alabama A&M. The people want him. Not saying that he's applied or anything, but people want Berry to coach for A&M as well. I think he's a good coach. A&M is in the SWAC, but JSU is not Alabama A&M. So I'm going with South Carolina State. But I wouldn't be shocked because most people think that South Carolina State is going to win. So Jackson State knows that. But I'm going to go with the South Carolina State Bulldogs.
So I'm looking here at the picks, and I see Benny says...
I'm sorry. They did. JSU whooped South Carolina State last year.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Thanks for the correction.
So I'm seeing 24-14. Said get up for the Bulldogs. SWAC. We got a South Carolina State. Said I'm going for the Bulldog Brothers. Well, depends on if JSU QBs are healthy. Let's see. I want JSU to win, but I want to bet MEAC. LOL. It's hard. Let's see. Jay.
Don't be traded with that golden line as your profile pick.
With you, but I'm going to go down with the ship, JSU. It said the Fighting Chennis Berries.
That is funny to me.
It said if JSU's, and then he said, fam, you be you know what though? And with this right here, this is facts that they did. But this was the very first game of the season.
Beginning of the season, right?
It was the very first game of the season.
So long ago.
Very first game of the season for South Carolina State, and it was FAMU's second game. So as far as my pick will come on Friday. Because there's this thing that's going on Friday. Let me find it. This right here. This is going down on Friday. So we're doing simulcast, the ride, as well as From the Hill podcast. I will be live from Radio Row this Friday in Atlanta at the Omni. Scheduled to appear, we've got Dr. McClellan, we got Sonia Steele, MEAC Commissioner, John Grant, who's the Executive Director of the Celebration Bowl, both athletic directors, several others. So we will be going live, and we'll let you know when it's live. We're still trying to confirm the hours as well as the final run of show, but we will be live down there at the Omni. Yes, sir. Live at the Omni for Radio Row. And my pick will come there because I'm also going to give a little bit more of a preview of this show of the game the day before. And so it's going down. So we want to make sure that everybody tunes in during the middle of the day and get some good information and tap in. And also while we're live, if you've got some questions like you always do here in the comments, if time permits, I'm gonna make sure that I ask them to the guests who come on. So yeah, live from Atlanta.
Hey, no, CJ, it's not the Omni that used to be Phillips Arena.
Right.
It's the Omni
Hotel.
Yeah.
It's
not that Omni.
Yeah, the Omni Hotel.
Yeah, they imploded that one.
Hey, and then Zoe said, we coming to claim what's rightfully ours. You know, man, hey, sometimes they say the third time's the charm. We'll see, man. We'll see, man. But yeah, we'll be live. I'll be live down there, man. Jay the Great, she gonna shoot through. We're gonna get her on camera for a bit too. Get you on camera, get you a few words to say. And I will definitely send that time out Friday morning. I definitely will. It'll get blasted to all the groups. Everybody will know what time we're live and all that good stuff. So yeah, looking forward to it, man. Celebration Bowl, here we come. Finally made it. We got a lot of things happening down there. I hope everybody gets down there. I hope it's a spectacle for college football, man. It's gonna be live Saturday afternoon, man, on ABC. So make sure you check it out. Let's get the ratings up, man. Let's get it up. Let's do it.
Hey, and then we gotta. This is our last show for 2024. You won't see us back until 2025 unless we get a coach and we need to come on and talk about that. Then we'll pop up on your screen. But when we do come back, we got some big shows starting out. We'll be back January 7th for that very first show. We're gonna have Madison County Commissioner Violet Edwards and City Councilwoman Michelle Watkins will be joining the show on Tuesday, January 7th. And then the week right after that, we will have Dr. Jason Cable of Alabama State and Dr. Paul A. Bryant of Alabama A&M University. So making sure that you guys are tuned in. Like I said, we'll pop up if we do have an announcement to make about our head coaching position. But until then, this will be, of course, we got what's coming up Friday, but our official show that airs on Tuesday won't come back on until 2025.
Yeah, the official show with our group as all together. And look, he said, look at him. He said, wear that hat Friday if you want the ratings up. Now, you know something, man. On Friday, I'm gonna tell y'all. On Friday, you gonna see this on Friday because we going national on Friday. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna look the part on Friday. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do it right. We're gonna do it right, y'all. Do it right.
Well, let me tell you what else is going on Friday that kind of created an uproar on Twitter.
Oh Lord!
So, for those of you that are that follow the band world, right? So we have the Band of the Year battle happening on Friday, right? And so Jackson State is also having a Night with the Boom event as well on Friday. So that created a bit of an uproar because they want everybody to attend the Band of the Year battle with the Division I top bands, which I believe was A&T and FAMU, and then for Division II it was Virginia State and Miles and two high school bands battling as well. And so Jackson State, like a lot of bands do, if you guys don't follow the band world for real, then you probably will know this. But whenever, I'll say HBCU bands, whenever they are attending something, they're going to hold some type of recruiting event. So Jackson State has this Night with the Boom event happening on the same day. I don't know if it's happening at the same time, but it's happening at the same day. So that created, an uproar because they want all the fans at this band of the year. But with the popularity of Jackson State and the Sonic Boom in the South, they know that a lot of people are probably going to forego going to that event and go to the Jackson State event because they're also, I believe, allowing high schoolers to, participate with them. And if you were in any high school band participating with a HBCU band, we have it, at A&M with the high school senior day that draws over hundreds of kids to participate and march with the MMW. So Jackson State is basically doing that same thing. So when that got released on Twitter, it created this big uproar between the bands that are participating and the JSU fans. So that's also happening on Friday.
Now, I let me just say I haven't marched in a college band, but I did march in high school, so I know about the recruiting from the high school vantage point. But I will say this, and Dave, you did say this. Everything, especially now, is about recruitment. That's recruitment for your school, recruitment for your band, recruitment for your brand and image. That's the Celebration Bowl. You make it to the Celebration Bowl, your name is out there. Your name is out there. It's, it brings attention to your school. Every time Major City Classic happens, I know A&M does a performance somewhere. They go to somebody's school. Usually the Friday before Classic, they do a show or something anywhere. So it is kind of built in the expectation that if you're going somewhere, you should be doing some recruiting while you're there. So I'm not mad at Jackson State.
Right.
Nobody's going to be like, oh, we can't recruit because we can't hurt nobody's feelings. You're trying to get kids to your band. You're trying to get kids to your school. And why not take advantage of this national stage? Why not? You're working with high school kids. It's beneficial to them. It's beneficial to the school. The National Battle of Bands should still, the ESPN, that's still going to go on at, so people have choices. If you don't want to go to this, you can go to that. But I didn't understand the uproar, personally, because everyone is grown. You got a choice to go where you want to go. But I'm not going to follow Jackson State for taking the opportunity to recruit. That's why they in Atlanta, to recruit.
I gotta start being on Twitter more because that's where all the beef be happening, and I don't be knowing.
You don't understand.
It goes down on X.
It does.
I can start like looking on Twitter.
You got
yeah, man. So yeah. We could, Lee said, I don't understand the big deal. You know what, man? Everything that go on, man, you can ask that same question. So
hey Dave, real quick, talk to us about the band in LA next. Is it January next year?
February 1st.
February 1st.
That is
it's Honda, right?
Yep,
the Honda Battle of the Bands.
There is SoFi Stadium. Nick Cannon.
In Glorilla.
Yeah. So our band has participated in the Honda Battle of the Bands several times, and they did a little twist on how you can, get invited. Normally, the way it all started, that people just go out and just vote for who you wanted to see. And I think they kind of did away with that because after a while, the same bands were attending, but I mean, they were the ones getting picked. So this year they had, the two top bands, and then those two top bands called another band out. So those first four bands really didn't have to do anything to get in. Really no voting or anything like that. And then the other bands that are participating, they had to get voted upon. So I wasn't following it too closely, but I know that the Marching Maroon and White will be participating in the Honda Battle of Bands.
Bet.
And you better believe A&M gonna be recruiting while they in Los Angeles too. So every school does it.
I just hope that I think this is it. This is the first time that Honda Battle of the Bands have been away from where the HBCUs are stationed, which is the South. So hopefully it's not a waste. And it's we do get something good out of it. Like everybody's not all the way out in LA and then it's empty because people out there may typically not care about that like we do in the dirty South.
Yeah. Well, one can only imagine and hope, but maybe we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But man, this is a good time tonight. Real good show. I hope everybody hits that like button. And also if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And so this Friday, looking forward to connecting with all y'all down there in Atlanta. Hopefully I get a chance to see and meet some of y'all that have watched our show that will be down there, meet you in person. And also like this group, man, hey, we gonna be back. We gonna be back as a group because like T said, that head coaching hire is gonna come, and when it does, we'll be here.
He said by the end of the year, and we still got some days left. So
I might not even be in my at my usual spot. If you see me on my cell phone in the car, we just got the news. We going with it. So,
right. Yeah. So we will be here. So
2 a.m. If it happened at 2 a.m., you better turn them that notification button.
Hey, just like with DT be posting them pictures of the smoke coming through the chimney.
Right, like when they choose a pope.
Yeah, when they choose a pope.
Right.
Yeah, it's coming. So we're gonna let y'all know. But make sure y'all hit that like button. And then, check me out Friday when we down there in Atlanta. And then man, we just gonna do it big. Enjoy all the football, enjoy the Celebration Bowl, and man, it's gonna be some good time. Look at he said.
Hey, and enjoy your family and friends, man. Like you never know when's the last time that you're gonna talk to somebody, man. So make sure you enjoy your friends and family. Make sure you just enjoy everybody. I guess David's laptop died again. It happens every end of the show.
Yep.
David laptop. I don't know why he won't plug it up while we going.
He said white smoke is coming.
Look, hey, you hear Dr. Brian said white smoke is coming. So we are good to go, man. But yeah, enjoy everything that Wayne said. Enjoy your friends and family also.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And then like T said, enjoy your friends and family. Take the rest of this year. If you have some goals, go hard in the paint. Don't just give up on this year. Go hard in the paint for your goals. Spend time with family. Find things to be thankful of. Celebrate one another. Enjoy life as it comes.
Yeah.
And 2024.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm definitely gonna make sure that the commissioner of the SWAC don't plead the fifth on some of these questions he getting ready to get asked on Friday. We gonna definitely gonna ask him a few of these questions.
Don't get blackballed, Wayne. From the
nah. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that now. We're just gonna ask him a few things that we're gonna ask him a couple things though. Some things that maybe some people in the SWAC have always wondered. TV contract.
Right.
Some of that kind of stuff. But looking forward to that, man. Looking forward to that. We'll see how that rolls. Look, he said, bring the commissioner on next year.
Hey, do me a favor. This is what y'all do. Do me a favor. So I've sent that email several times, ain't got a response. So what all y'all do, go to swac.org and tell the commissioner that y'all want to see him on From the Hill podcast.
And you best believe
my email, I've sent, I've asked numerous times.
And you best believe your boy is going to ask him Friday in person. And that's the kind of question I said that I was going to ask. That's what I'm referring to. So, right. Dr. McClellan, you coming on From the Hill podcast in January, right? So right. we can go ahead on and schedule you. You are coming on, right?
Right.
But in all seriousness though, man, love everybody, love everything about this show, love everything we got going on. Big stuff happening. Celebrate for the culture, celebrate each other. There's Dave popping right back. Celebrate for everybody. Dave, just Jay the Great, T Gooden. Shout out to Corey, shout out to DT. We'll see y'all next time. I'll see you Friday. We'll see you as a group when we got big news popping. All right. See ya.